friends, my followers, my colleagues, my partners, you're welcome to this edition. I'm Issah Katungulu, aka Katungulu Issah. Today, I'm with a brother who's doing a lot in his community to better the lives of children using creative art. And I told you I'm a supporter, as a role youth ambassador. In my capacity, I always support people who are doing a lot to improve the betterment of their society and the community as well. We need to have this spirit of patriotism. We need to have a spirit of loving our country and also using our talents, skills and knowledge and expertise to better our societies in all kind of fields. So today, join me to welcome Mr. Kenny G Mulinde. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So we would love you to share what you do, the organization,
yes,
and the beneficiaries, and maybe your success story.
Yes.
Yeah, because we are looking at improving the welfare, the betterment of those children who are there, the youth,
yes,
and also calling on partners, people that can join the community on improving the lives of millions of many Ugandans, youth,
yes,
and children as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, my name is Kenny G Mulinde, and I'm the Executive Director of a youth-led organization called Youth Arts Movement Uganda. We operate here in Kampala, Uganda, and our mandate is to ensure that majority of youth and children in Uganda have access to real global opportunities and a platform where they can freely express themselves creatively through the arts, through the media, through leadership, equipment, skills, through any other platforms that can enhance their livelihoods. So personally, I'm a creative. I do visual art and also media arts, particularly video production and graphics. Youth Arts Movement Uganda started as a school outreach program. We could reach out to schools in our local community, and many of the children were touched and were helped through the skills that we used to pass on to them. So around 2012, this is when the entire idea came about Youth Arts Movement Uganda. It didn't just happen like any other organizations, but this is something that was started off my own childhood struggles and challenges as a young man trying to grow up. I was simply frustrated by the way of life, just like any other needy child would be. I was orphaned at 10 years, and my school was still in doubt. I didn't know how to proceed with school, and I was just so tired and frustrated with begging and being in this needy lifestyle. So I asked God what I could do with my hands, and look, what I did was to embrace my inner creativity. I just discovered that I could sketch, I could draw stuff. So I started drawing, I started sketching, I started painting, just simple little drawings, and my school picked interest. So they started actually sponsoring me through school of my drawings. I became the school artist. So on that background, after like some years, I just discovered that art was something that you could not explore in one bit. So I kept learning and learning more to a point that I could do the visual art of drawing and sketching and painting. Then I also learned the digital arts of IT, graphics, then the media arts of film and photography. So I equipped myself with all these skill sets. Just because I wasn't sure of my future, I had to grab onto whichever skill I could get as insurance for what my future could hold for me. So as I advanced through school and life, I learned to give back as much as I got. So I started teaching as much as I knew to other young people out there in the community, at school, until the point when I really wanted to do something more tangible. So that's when I actually put the Youth Arts Movement idea in practice. So I mobilized my friends, I told them about it, reached a few community leaders, but of course, as any other young man, you would get undermined by your idea, because you and the idea look completely two different people. So it was very challenging to actually birth this new idea into people's brains, birth this new idea into people's support. It was so hard for me. So around 2014, 15, the idea was so real, but then I had no support. It wasn't a popular idea, because me and the idea were completely different people. So I would talk to people like, Kenny, why are you going to get all this money to run an organization? How are you going to help people if you yourself, you still look in a bad shape? Who is going to help you help other people? So it's like, guys, it's not about how much I have. I don't have the money, I still need support, I still need to support myself through life. Yeah. But look, I think I have got something beyond what money can buy. I have a skill, I have a talent. I can equip this to someone else. Like, we can use ourselves, we can use our human resources. Yeah. So until I tapped more into myself, that's when I realized how rich I was. So I just gave up on what people's expectations were and just decided to do this. So I woke up and just started doing the organization with literally nothing. I tried to work. Of course, this involved a lot of work, persistence, endurance, sacrifice. I lost friends between the transition. I lost family between the transition. I lost work between the transition, because people want you full-time in their jobs, yeah. And then you're like, oh, I need to rush and do a painting so I can get this. I need to rush and teach this class and so on. So it was kind of hard. So good enough, I got some job opportunity. I traveled out of the country for art. Of course, I went to document some project in South Sudan for Child Aid International. Unfortunately, I didn't last so long there because of, the political struggle in South Sudan. The environment was very hostile. I almost died there in the recent war of 2016. I was there on the front. The war started when I was seeing. I went through all those miserable days of the war.
God was Emmanuel.
Was with you. Yes. Yeah. So it was good, actually, because I saw many people lose lives there, but God helped me, I came back alive, except that I'd lost everything I'd worked for all those years I was there. So I came back alive, that's the most important thing. Yeah. So with the little money I'd saved from the work, I quickly ran into a new job here in Kampala as a visual producer for some company. So I worked a few months. Of course, I wasn't comfortable sitting in the AC and being bossy around the place. So I was like, no. This is not my space. I felt there was something unsettled within me that I had to bring out. So I think this also reminds me to tell young people out there, whenever you have a call on your life, never settle for less. There's always that zeal that always burn you off the seat. Like, get up and go do it. Go get it done. Yeah. So I quit my job, not because I wanted, but this passion was burning my heart up. Like, this is not where you belong. You have to go out there and tell the testimony of your life. Use it to change the lives of young people out there. So I came out with my little saving, paid the house. I didn't even have enough, actually. It was literally nothing compared to how much I needed to start an office. So I paid a house of 2 million. I had only just 2 months of rent. So I paid the rent. I had no bed, I had no beddings, I had no nothing in that house. Just me and 2 other colleagues. We started. I told them, guys, the organization is on. Open the gates.
Was that after registration of the organization or the primary?
Before, it was all preparation.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it was all running on the basis of making it happen.
Oh, yes.
So we opened our gates week 1, just as I walked out early morning one of the days, I found kids on one of the streets that are just playing on the street, in the ditch, all dirty, all just playing around. I told them, guys, what do you want to do? Like, uncle, are you a musician? You look like Bobby Wine. I told them, no, I'm not Bobby Wine, but look, we have something we brought in your community. They're like, tell us about it. I told them, you can come, dance, sing. They are so excited. They're like, how much? I told them, don't worry, it's all free. We brought this for you. They're like, we're coming in the afternoon.
What were the age of these young people?
They were between 9 and 14.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So around 2 p.m., that very day as I came back from town, oh my God, I found 20 kids in my compound.
What?
They were waiting to, they actually had a small radio, they had a flash in it, and they were dancing already in the compound. I told them, yes, this is what I want you to do. Whichever creativity and that has been suffocated inside you has to come out, and this is your space. All we need from today, just know we have just started. They're like, uncle, we're going to tell more and more kids. The following day we had 50 kids in the compound. You realize how terrible that was? Before we came in, these kids were just loitering on the compound, I mean in the community. And this is a very hostile community. You know, we're dealing with the urban slum, where there are so many wasted young people. Others are already drugged and using substances like drugs. You know, others have just dropped out of school. We have lots of cases of early marriages, and yes, a lot of cases. You know, this is an at-risk community, and parents are also too busy looking for the money.
Of course.
They leave the kids out, like, hey, we'll come back late. You're still in the compound. So we actually provided the remedy for the parents. Like, oh, now our kids have a space where they can go, play, have fun, feel loved and acceptable. So Youth Arts Movement starts like that, naturally, of nothingness. So
only children, your beneficiaries, or even the youth?
So the youth also are, because actually at this point as I speak, we have kids from like 5 years.
Oh.
We have actually 3 age groups. We have 5 to 10, then we have 10 to 18. That's now the teenage group. Now we have the junior youth, the senior youth, I mean.
Okay.
Of course, the 18, 20 up to like 25, who come and also engage in various activities. So we started in just like a year. Of course, it took me time to mobilize another set of money to do stuff. So I just kept equipping the center, bought a boombox, bought some laptop, you know, had mine. I also donated it. Everything I worked for was just going into the organization, and looked for work, started doing news videos, short promo videos, adverts, and every man I would make would come back and facilitate the work. So I became my own donor. Yes, because one, I wanted...
Always the beginning is like that.
Yes, I want young people to realize that, man, we can change this Africa with everything we got. We don't need to wait on the help that's never coming.
Yeah, you know, most youth normally complain of capital. I need capital to start. And yet this capital is not there. You have the human resource, you have the knowledge and skills. All you need is, I think, the skills and knowledge first. Before you think of capital and other things, like you've been sharing the story, you know, you didn't wait for people to come and help you.
People disappointed me along the way. Because people come with expectations. Whenever they see a new organization, they expect a big fund behind it. You know, and everyone who reached my office, even up to this point, everyone who comes at the center, the first question they ask, who funds the organization? And they don't believe it, that it's all been within ourselves that we fund this organization. But of course, it reaches time when you're like, oh, I wish I had a fund, I would do better, you get. Because, of course, with the little things you have, the reach and coverage and supplies and materials gets limited. And maybe with the fund, yes, you could run so fast and you could reach more help. But that's not a limitation. What have you done with the little? Nothingness.
That's the million-dollar question. That's the million-dollar question.
Yes.
So how have you been able to sustain these activities, also manage your life as a person? How have you been like?
So, of course, like I mentioned in the start, that this requires a lot. It has actually taken me a lot of endurance, persistence, passion. Of course, wherever there's sacrifice, there's pain. Yes, I've been pained in the process, because sacrifice means you're losing everything that you ever loved. Whether it's fun, your social life is going to get ruined, badly ruined. Because even in business, it happens. Every new venture, you have to sink yourself into it. So that even the people who are going to work with you, they see from you that really we are investing into our own selves. So it starts from you, the leader. What kind of person have you tried to be? So it has taken me steps of growth. I've had to self-teach myself a lot of things, research. I mean, because I didn't also know everything, so I had to consult it. There's a lot of consultation, and a lot of heartbreaks. People are going to break your heart. So I've been heartbroken along the way. Someone promises you that they do this. The team comes, the team goes. Because you cannot retain them, you cannot pay them even a stipend for their volunteer time. You cannot afford it. So to identify people that have the same passion and drive
for culture,
it's so hard. Yes, people have the cultural basis, that they really believe in cultural creativity, and they can really, and they want to be part of the change that you're trying to create. It's too hard. But look, I didn't give up. Endurance, the endurance part of it. Much as the pain is there, you have to endure, because then what's the use of starting if you want to give up tomorrow? So every time I reached that point of giving up, I picked up more courage. Like, no, if this is a call upon my life, then let it be.
Have you been also able to access the CDD, this community-driven government fund, which is normally given to organizations like CBOs or
yes,
because you are doing a lot of great work for the community, for our country. So have you been able to apply or to get access?
Yes, of course, like I told you, being self-funded, you reach a point when you cannot do much. So you start to rush to whichever direction you can get help from. Trust me, this help hasn't come. Even the doors we keep knocking for help, even if they advertise that, hey, there's a youth fund, go do this. These opportunities have been frustrated. The system is not as straight as you see it. Even the people who access this fund don't even deserve it. At the end of the day, you realize that they are not doing the work. It's because they have someone in there they know that
regardless, you never give up. This is what is more important. So you know, these days, if you consider or look at the youth lifestyles, it's really exorbitant. And there is a bridge between our own culture and modern culture. So how have you been to? How have tried to not go with the waves?
The waves of
modernity. Then the ideal identity of who we are. Sticking to our cultural roots. And how have you been to trying to?
Okay, personally, I'm a very cultured person. It's not something that it's a privilege, no. It's something that you teach yourself to. Because in life we've been given choice. You choose what kind of person you want to be, which kind of things you want to be part of your life. And I think to me that's maturity. And it doesn't also just happen. So you realize that I've been able to be my own counsel in a way that I've tried to direct my life in a way that is productive. I've attached positivity to it. Whenever I'm diverting, I call upon myself back in. I'm like, no, is this what Kenny is supposed to do? What would I do if this happened? So I've always counseled myself into doing the right thing. And on the part of the organization, we have 3 disciplines that we follow.
Okay.
The first one is called create.
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 Good.
Yes. What, from the very discipline of creation, what has mankind got to do with creation? You've given the power to create. We are gods. So we have a portion of the gift to create. So we have to pick from within us and do things. And these hands, this body, its purpose is to create and to use whichever the gifts of creation you've been given to have purpose for it. 2, engage. So we engage ourselves, having identified our uniqueness and abilities and capabilities, we engage. That means you identify other beautiful souls around you, engage with them, share what you have, they share what they have. That's, I think, the discipline of life. Because having discovered life and this all beauty within you, it cannot be useful if you don't share it. You will never understand how beautiful and sweet it is to be a dancer, to be a musician, to be a researcher, to be a scientist, if you don't share that beautiful skill to the world. So we engage ourselves to the people around us. Okay. And then having engaged, the 3rd discipline is connect. We connect, because you cannot survive alone.
No,
we connect, we're a network. We work together towards each other's betterment. So we are supportive for sustainability, because you cannot be an island, even if you're gifted as what. So those are the 3 disciplines that have really entitled us to sustainability of our cultural values, because humanity, the backbone of humanity is culture.
So which message do you have for especially our sisters like who are taken up with the waves of modernity? They want to like almost walk on half naked, you know, because they seem like it's civilization, you know.
Yes, definitely.
Which kind of message, you know? This is a Ugandan girl, you know, but she's behaving like, I mean, Hannah and, you know, other people.
Well, yes, that's a very beautiful question. One, we are living, of course, in the 21st century.
Yes.
With, of course, a whole new set of challenges that requires a whole new set of approaches that can actually meet the needs of this generation. So this generation has been designed in a way that there are things that keep hitting on us. You need this, you need that, you need to do like so and so, you need to smile like so and so. So it has brainwashed us in a way that we have left our beauty or the beauty within us has been washed away to a point that it makes us feel that you're not worthy, you're not enough. But that's not true. So if you find a sister walking on the street half naked, it's not her. That's not the person that she is. She's being someone that she thinks she should be. But until you undress the creepy you, that's when you can that's the only way you can know the real self. So we need to unmask this, all the fetish things of the world. We need to unmask it of our eyes, because that's what the internet keeps feeding us. That's what the TV and the news keep feeding us with. But we should appreciate the people we are from the inside.
That's right.
Yes. The creation we are. Yeah, so I would advise each and every young person out there That before we run into the fetish things of the world, before we want to be other people, before we want to dress and talk like so and so, before we want to, have you found out who you really are? The unique, beautiful you, So I think we should show the world who we really are and do exactly what we want to do, not because of who else is doing what. Yeah, so I think we should love and appreciate culture, because that is the basis. Without that, you always be taken by the waves, whichever waves, China, America, Europe, all these waves will blow you. And before you know it, you have no identity, because you won't belong to any. So the only belonging you have is yourself and whoever you are. So let's appreciate our uniqueness. Whether you are dark-skinned, that's your skin. Love it and love it so well. And appreciate that. Use it. And
black is beautiful.
Beauty, yes, it is. So you don't need to bleach. You don't need to walk like so, and you don't need to walk like anybody. Walk like you.
Yeah.
The same very you that you've always been. And yes, never forget that you are a unique creation, and your purpose in this world is to create and use all the gifts of creation that you've been gifted. If you are to love and love yourself, love other people, and give back as much as you can. Because what more is life if you cannot give back? So personally, that's how I take my life. I try as much as possible to be useful. To be useful every day, on a daily basis. It's a discipline. It's not a miracle to be resourceful.
Of course.
We work about it each and every day. And it starts from yourself. Yes, be organized. From the word go, be organized. Organize yourself, know what you want, know what you don't have, know what you have, what you don't have, work about it, what you have, love it, accept it, and share it.
Yeah, my followers, culture is a matrix. Without culture, we cannot develop.
Yeah.
We cannot develop ourselves. Without culture, we can't do much. This is the matrix of, let's say, science and technology. Before we create, like he said, it's one of their goals. Before we create, it has to culture. You have to be with the culture. You have to be with a basis where this is getting. Let it be design. Let it be architect. Let it be anything.
Yes.
Before you create, it has to be culture. Let it be science or technology.
Yeah.
Name other things. Without culture, you can't have identity. You have to love who you are. Not the plastic,
Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Yeah.
You see?
It's
So
ourselves,
there are very many youth out there who they are looking for what to do. Some of them are graduates. They have graduated from universities with bachelors, masters, but they're waiting for capital. What kind of advice would you give them?
My brothers and sisters out there, one thing you should know, that you've been gifted with the most beautiful brain in the world. That's one beautiful thing you should accept every day. And secondly, no one should be a limitation. Don't let anything limit you from achieving what you want to achieve. Let it be the money, let it be the capital that you are looking for. Start with whatever you have. If it's just even a research paper that you haven't even started doing anything, start talking to somebody. Start talking about it to somebody. At least today we have an open source internet that we can share free ideas, we can share with the world. Start using every little bit of what you have before you start to complain of how much capital you need, of how much or less you have. Please, this is your time. If you don't do what you got to do today, tomorrow it will be too late. Someone else is going to do it. So for me, my word is, whatever you want to do, start now. Do it. And the help you're looking for will find you along the way. So let's embrace and what we have and perfect it. Master your craft, because you're not going to bring to the world something that is half-baked. So even if it's going to take you 7 years just working about that one project, take all the time in the world you want, as long as you've started, so that when you come out, the world will be ready to receive your idea in full and completeness. So let's not wait for the capital, let's not wait for the help. Let's start with every little bit of who and what we have. Yeah.
Yeah, brother Kenneth, they are also one of our friends who are working.
Yeah.
They employed somewhere, maybe after graduation, someone got chance.
Yeah.
Then others, maybe they have their own businesses, small businesses. Others maybe are in creative art like you, but yeah, they are getting some money, but they're having a lot because of the lifestyle. Lifestyle, drives us.
Yes, of course, the
because
system
of the lifestyle,
is designed to...
Because of the lifestyle, someone, for example, is getting $1 million. That's a month.
Yes.
But he wants to rent a house of 500, half salary.
Up there.
Then he wants to live a life of maybe a star, or I don't know.
Yes.
So which kind of advice would you give to someone who's in such a circumstance?
Yeah. Well, we all love status, especially young people. We love status. We love looking good. We love being in nice places. We love being the people we even know we're not, Yes, we love living all the impression that people can get from us. But at the end of the day, you still won't have the kind of life that you show other people, because you're rolling out the time. The time is up. The time is up. If you're wasting time, wasting money, and moving about all these luxuries, man, at the end of the day, it's still going to come back to you. It's going to come and hit you hard until you get hit to your knees. That's when you remember that you've been wasting time. So my advice to fellow young people, even to myself, is let's try to live a life that we can afford. If your salary is just 1 million or even 500,000, please have a plan. Have a plan each and every time. Have a plan for your money. Save up all you can save up. Live a simple little life in a big way. Yes, you can live a simple little life in a big way. How? By being patient. Be with that little one, but make sure that you have a plan for better tomorrow, because you cannot build tomorrow on emptiness.
No, even if I was not built in one day.
Yes. Yes, you cannot get that beautiful, perfect future on emptiness. Yeah. So we got to save as much as we can save, and if you still want to be creative, but you are caught up in that super corporate workplace, please utilize all the free time you could get to be creative, because the world is actually coming back to creativity for solutions.
Of course.
So artists, we are the chief architects of the world we are now living in. The entire world is consuming on art.
Yeah.
Whether on design, on fashion, on infrastructure, on business, everything is now fully manufactured on art and culture. So whatever you do in that super business, in that office, in that corporate office you're seated in right now, even if it's a weekend, use it. Use it. Because art comes with passion. It's not something you just go to school for. It's something that comes right from the heart, and it will never let you sit until you actually do it. So even if you are to use your writing skills to write about a social problem in Africa that you want the world to come, use your blog, use your website, use your Facebook, use your WhatsApp to share those positive, powerful messages. If it is your voice, use your voice to sing songs of liberation, to sing songs that heal, songs that mold brokenness, songs that actually give hope. Yeah. If it's to dance, dance your soul out. Someone is going to feel life again because of how you express yourself through the dance. If it is IT, use your IT to devise means of sustainability for other programs in agriculture, in research, in the chemical world. Let's have powerful doctors coming through because you've actually taken time to embrace your creativity. So we are all consumers of creativity at the end of the day. And it takes us back to the three disciplines of create, engage, and connect. So let the world be part of your creation and be part of the world at the end of the day. So don't give up on yourself, don't feel low, don't speak negativity inside your life. Man, this life is yours to live and you only got very few days. Like, I don't want to say years, because from days we get the years. So it depends on how well you live every day. That walks you into the next day.
The next day, yeah.
Yeah, even if it's a relationship, how well you live into it today will determine its survival tomorrow. Yeah, so the many years you want to see in this life starts from today. How well do you do today? Yeah, so let's do as much as we can do today, so that tomorrow we can actually have a better tomorrow. Better tomorrow is not a miracle. It's not something you're going to pray and fast for. It's something we got to work together about. Yes.
So our followers, if you have some comments, please, you can share your insights, share your supplements, and get to know your thoughts, your contributions, and ideas about the topic. We are here to share what other youth are doing, and also inspire you, motivate you, and also encourage you as well.
Yeah.
Not like to be there and like you are lonely. We are here. We have to share every time. So whenever we share, we get more ideas. We get to know how to start, how to sustain, and how to connect, and as such. Yeah. Would you also share if those people like who are interested in what you're doing, like people who are partners and people who would love to take benefit of what you're doing, how they can reach you, maybe through Facebook, the organization, and try to share.
Yes. Yes, Youth Arts Movement Uganda is committed to growing a community of followers, a community of workers, a community of creatives. So to all creatives around the world, please, this is an open door for your engagement. We need as many friends, as many partners, as many people that we could get into this program. You are fully welcome. You can follow us on our Facebook page, Youth Arts Movement Uganda. You'll be able to see some of the work we do at our Community Learning Center. You could as well visit our website at www.youthartsmove.org. You could just look us up on Google, search about our work, look at what we've done in the last 3 years, and of course this year we've been fully looking for more partners. We're looking at want to get as many partners on board. So if you're interested in working with a youth organization like Youth Arts Movement Uganda, an initiative that empowers youth and children through creativity by providing them avenues of free expression and voice, then you're welcome. Come, write to us, and let us know how you want to be part of us, how we can be part of your project, how we can be part of your movement elsewhere in the world. We are welcoming. Come, talk to us, we'll talk to you. We are very, very excited to hearing from everyone. So feel free to visit our social media on Twitter at Youth Arts Move UG. You'll be able to follow up any social platform. We are there. And if you're interested to come at our Community Learning Center in Kampala, Kasubi, we are right behind the Kasubi Tombs, the cultural heritage of Uganda, one of the cultural heritage of Uganda. It's called Kasubi Tombs. We are right behind the Kasubi Tombs. That's where our Community Learning Center is. You can visit and see what the kids are doing, see how the youth are doing. You can come and volunteer your time. If you want to share a skill, whether in weaving, whether in drawing and painting, whether in film and photography, come and teach kids how to use those cameras, how to tell their stories through visual media like film. You know, we've seen kids now shooting films and taking pictures, which pictures actually are sharing very powerful messages to the world. Because you're not going to get a very good platform and you stand and share everything. But look, today we are using art to speak tons of messages. So we believe you can help us do this better. So come through, volunteer your time. You can help us fundraise, because we sometimes have challenges getting supplies for the workshops that we offer, getting the equipment, the materials. Yes, because we only have a few laptops where the kids come and do their computer studies and editing videos and photos. We need more cameras. So if you have a camera that you don't use out there and you want to donate it to our cause, it's more than welcome. If you have pairs of shoes that you don't really use, or a studio equipment that you need to donate, we have musicians. We have kids that would love to record their songs, So anything is welcome. Feel free to write to us. We are very, very much expectant to hear from you, and visit our social medias and the website for more information.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been nice to have you, brother.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for the insights. I know the youth out there have enjoyed the show, and also you guys have been slow to listening here. Those who have heard, I think they are going to take benefit. Next time, I'll also invite you on one of our youth programs on radio. We have a youth program on Voice of Africa, and also another on Radio Bilal. So you feel free. I take you
I'll be very
share more.
Yeah.
Yes, because the youth out there need this information. Maybe they are limited. They don't know how to. People who are doing it to inspire them and all that stuff. So it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
And
you
thank
so
you
much.
everyone for watching.
Thank you everyone
Still
for watching.
here
It has
again.
been nice. Thank you so much. But you can leave your comments. We shall try to respond as